Vanguardian is a totally flexible zonal alarm system to protect the vulnerable, commonly targeted at-risk areas around your van. So once you've decided what you want to protect with your Vanguardian and you've gone through the installation procedure, there are a few functions that we need to demonstrate that you can do on your remote control. The top button will always alarm the unit itself. The two beeps that you heard first, they're letting you know that the signal's been received. The second set of beeps are letting you know that the alarm is now armed. But what effectively this does, it now protects the whole of this area with an alarm that will activate on contact. So it stops door tampering. Anybody trying the lock, touching the lock, anywhere on this area will activate a 2-second alarm warning. But when it's done, by activating the first alarm, the product is now waiting for 10 seconds for second contact. So if someone's intent on getting into the vehicle, touch the vehicle again within 10 seconds, it'll activate for 30 seconds and start to draw more attention to the criminal activity around that vehicle. Let's just do it again. So anywhere on this side here, even up here, a light tap instigates the 2-second alarm warning. Another tap brings in the second alarm, which will run for 30 seconds before resetting, alerting you and others around that thieves are operating in time to take action, but more importantly, before damage is done. So once you've mastered the on and off and you've got used to that, to turn the product off, you just press the second button down. You hear the beep and now it's disarmed. In this product we've got 7 levels of sensitivity built into it. We have that because it's an externally fitted device, it's open to the elements, there's roadside traffic, as you can probably tell, there's heavy rain, and we need to factor in a way of controlling the alarm so it doesn't get affected by them environmental issues. So to do that, all you have to do is press and hold the second button down. The alarm beeps twice and this light comes on back on. Now it's an open portal, so what we do now is we press this button again. Do, re, mi, fa, so, la, ti, and then back to do. So those are our 7 levels of sensitivity adjustment. I'll just press the button again and set it at a level that I'm happy with. So that's what you'll do. You open the portal by pressing the second button down, you get the beep, you wait for the light to come on, and then when the light's on, you then have an open portal from which to change the levels of sensitivity. Interestingly, when we reduce the sensitivity level, we don't lose the effectiveness of what it can do to protect the rear area of the van. So for example, I'll just go back into it again, alarm the device, and now it's armed. Obviously we can touch the handle and it'll activate the alarm. I'll turn the sensitivity down. Let's try it on that level. Once we've set the level we want, we press this button and now it's set. So now we're set on 5 levels down. Just press the button again. It's now armed. If I want to try the door handle, it's still sensitive enough to protect even from tampering with the door handle. So even if I sort of tap down here, sensitivity level is such that it doesn't affect the purpose of the alarm in essence. It just gives us an opportunity to fine tune it to make it less sensitive and more reliable a product. So that's why we have that function there. I'll just turn this back off. So this is our original Vanguardian model. We have a patent for this device, but in recent times you'll be aware we've also developed sound refraction cover plate, omnidirectional sound refraction. That's the science behind it, and what it does is it collects the sound waves in here in a compartment, bounces them back onto the van, and then back off again. And that actually increases the audible capacity. In other words, it makes it louder. So what we'll do is, when you fit your alarm, you'll obviously lock and click this in place, and we have a special tool that we now have developed that helps us to remove that. So if that's in place, that would click in place there, and if we want to service our equipment, we use this device then to take it off. So it stops anybody else effectively taking it off and removing it. I'll just lock that in place. There's a really interesting feature here. I'm just going to set the alarm again. What's great about the Vanguardian is it doesn't go off with wind sway. So if I just give the van a rock, you can see it doesn't actually activate the alarm. It only activates on resonance vibration. I'll just turn this back off. So that is it. In essence, those are the points of the remote control. There are other functions on here. This button's your lightning function. This turns the alarm on automatically. If you see somebody hovering around your van, you can press this button without confronting them, and hopefully that'll be enough to deter them away. It brings on all the alarms wherever you've got them positioned on your vehicle. The bottom button is our function for going into the settings mode of the product. So if you press it, it brings on a nice doorbell, but we don't use that for that reason. And if you actually use that and tap, it'll turn into that doorbell sound. To turn that back off, second button down, that deactivates that if you ever press it. But if you press that and hold that, you can remove the remote controls, you can pair another remote control. So if and when you ever need this function, you can refer to that in the instructions. We haven't mentioned colour coding because we're bringing this in as well. We've been asked this many times, could we colour code the alarm? Well, we can now. We have some really nice acrylic paint, fast drying. We can match it with any van colour, and so effectively, you know, this can then fit and be matched with any van, and we can keep going with as many as we want on here. And so this is a real step forward in providing customer service. Is now providing any colour, so we're very excited about that. It's not yet live on the website, but it is coming, and you know, we are excited. We're excited about that. So if you're happy with that and everything and it helps, then brilliant. Thank you.